On to you, Pisces. So you have the Nine of Cups, the Six of Wands, and then you, Pisces, have the Nine of Wands for you. So, a lot of you, Pisces, are becoming a lot better at being able to decipher who is who. Good. I already told you that before. You're getting a lot better at being able to do it, though. Y'all went from one of the ones that was actually one of the worst ones because y'all were recovering from dysfunctional significant others or trying to get to know people, and on in that way and on paper the two of you are supposed to be together, but you, Pisces, went from, you know, dealing with that to now actually being one of the better ones to really be able to decipher if a person is really going to be real with you or if they're faking it. The Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands, look at how it is that you're standing on like elevated stance and they basically are like crouching down. So obviously you notice them, right? It's a peculiar thing, right? Some people just don't go kneeling, but at the same time, you understand that those are basically people that are coming from a perspective of like lower. They're coming from a perspective of obviously those people have something wrong with them, and that's why it is that you, Pisces, really shouldn't take them seriously. Because you're seeing it, right? As it is that you're getting to know people, you're paying attention to certain things physically, right? They may be wearing certain things. They may be banging or throwing up hand signs. You're just paying attention to a lot of it. You're paying attention to, you're sitting back and paying attention to a person's overall, like their overall get up, who, not just what they're wearing, but also like what they talk about. And a lot of you, Pisces, are becoming a lot more aware, right? Not only that, but like you're asking them questions to find out certain things. And are they really giving you an answer, or are they just beating around the bush, you know? And what I mean when I say beating, everybody knows what that is. But what I mean when I say beating around the bush, I mean like they're not actually really answering questions. They're just more so kind of like deflecting, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, deflecting, you know, or, you know what I'm saying? They're just running around, not really being serious. And a lot of you, Pisces, went from being, like I said, to be fair with y'all, y'all went from like kind of in and out of relationships, right, on paper, and getting to know people because of how just they can't kind of keep a consistent face with you, to now being one of the best because you, Pisces, were the ones that, or one of the ones that bounced back the best, because you're able to see like, oh, okay, people will show you how dysfunctional they are, you know what I mean, very early on. You just got to pay attention to it. And the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So again, you know, so again, you can't like, Pisces, right? You know, you didn't cut yourself some slack. You learn from your mistakes, and you learn what it looks like when someone is trying to like sell it off long enough that they're okay, but when they're not. And you, Pisces, learned the difference between when a person is okay and when a person isn't, right? You pretty much okay. You pretty much learn. I'm getting notifications. You pretty much learn the difference. Getting all kind of notifications on my phone. Sorry about that. But you pretty much learn the difference. And why that's so important in the first place is because you, Pisces, very much so, you know, you understand, you're glad that you did it because you understand what a person will look like. You understand what it looks like when a person is hiding something, what it looks like when a person isn't right. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, what a person looks like when they're not right is they're pretty much kind of like caught up with what their vices are, right? They're all tapped into their vices, and their vices is the thing that has them kind of bugging, right? Like, what I mean by that is like needing white noise to basically go to sleep, so like you don't turn anything off or whatnot. And then when you get to a point where you're like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and not have white noise so that I can sleep the other way without having to need anything. That first night is a doozy, because it's like your brain realizes, like, true story, it happened to me. Like, your brain realizes the quietness is loud now. It's not the things, it's the quietness that's loud now. So it's the same situation as with you, Pisces, right? You're asking them questions, you're getting to know them, right? And this is, again, you're like Floyd Mayweather in the sense of, like, ironically, because Floyd Mayweather is a Pisces. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that, when I say the whole Floyd Mayweather comparison, I'm talking about it from a perspective of, like, experience, right? Like, when you become very experienced at something, you're not afraid of it. It's not nerves. This has become routine. It's become a part of your lifestyle. So you understand what it is that you're doing. You've learned how to do something, and you do it so much to the point where it becomes basically like second nature to you. So getting to know new people and learning how to talk and socialize has become second nature, And, fishes are usually very shy of, curious, but very shy of like, you know, fishermen and boats and stuff like this. But, when a fish works up the nerve to actually go see what's going on, the fish will actually, get over their shyness and go see what's going on. Says sharks, says piranha, says any species of fish, basically. And so why that's so important, right? That you, Pisces, got over the difficulty of that, is because the Five of Pentacles in the Tower, like I said, people just can't seem to be able to sneak anything past you. And it's difficult for individuals to really get to know you, for you to get comfortable, because it's not that it's difficult. The difficulty is not the problem. It's not difficult for you, Pisces, to actually, like, let loose and have fun. You're a zodiac sign that can have fun. It's Virgo that could be a little bit, uptight and stuff like this. And I'm saying it as a Virgo. It's just that what it is that a lot of people are just not able to actually, pass your guard. They're unable to really just get past through your BS meter, because you Pisces are on it. Y'all are on point with everything. Y'all are in the zone, for real. Y'all are in the zone at y'all job. Y'all are in the zone at the money that y'all are making, right? Y'all are doing a lot of overtime. Y'all are in the zone socially. People can't really run a whole lot by you. You're asking the right questions. You're asking about their upbringing. You're asking about their name, what they like to do, their zodiac sign. What they like to do usually displays a lot about who they are, too. Asking them about their hobbies, asking them what they like to do, what are some of the things that they end up making repetitive behavior out of, which is what you like to do. That's gonna tell you a lot. You know what I'm saying? Asking them about their occupation, but their occupation doesn't really tell you about their character per se. You dig what I'm saying? So the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Lovers right here speaks to a lot of you Pisces are very much so much more aware about who it is that you give your time and your attention and your love to. right? Your attention, time, and love to ATL, right? ATL, right? Atlanta, ATL. You're paying very close attention to that because you Pisces want to make sure that the person whom you interact with is not some weirdo that all they want to do is just get your attention so that now they can start playing a fool and start getting on like they don't have any kind of common sense, right when they get it, now when they want to act like they stupid, they want to start being on a short yellow bus. So let's clarify the Four of Cups. Let's see what's going on for you, Pisces. Let's see. The Seven of Michael, the Seven of Gabriel, the Knight of Michael, the Four of Raphael, and then you have the Page of Raphael. So, to clarify the Four of Cups, so the Seven of Michael, the Seven of Gabriel, the Knight of Michael. So, like again, you just asking questions that a lot of people don't really expect you to be asking, but as long as it's not like super invasive questions like how much money you make. But then again, I don't expect you Pisces to ask them type of questions. So it's like that's disrespectful, asking somebody how much money it's not disrespectful. It's okay, it's not disrespectful, but it's too invasive. You know what I mean? Like how much money a person makes. Why does it even matter, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just seeing how like a lot of you Pisces are probably asking them what they like to do and where they're from and stuff like this. And a lot of people just not accustomed to an individual really. Like that's one thing that I be peeping too. A lot of people are not really accustomed to when people really start asking questions. A lot of people, as a person's like, it's a person, not they lying, but like a person's immediate go to. Oh my God, you so fine. You fine, all this other type of stuff. You fine, you look good and all that. Yeah. I find that stuff doesn't really work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I said before, like I just been in the field. I just know what works and what doesn't. And I've been in the field recently, not flirting with anybody, but just kind of like peeping game. And you know what I'm saying? Not minding people's business, but just kind of, peeping game and, especially on TikTok, right? A lot of that stuff don't be working. Like don't go to somebody and be like, oh my God, you fine. Don't do that in real life. Don't do that, what I'm saying, over the internet. Don't do that because what I find what works, I'm talking about me, like what works is truly asking about the person and really getting to know. I don't know, yo. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just on some nonsense. Maybe I'm just old school. I don't know. Maybe I'm just lame. But I find that I get better interactions when I find out about the actual person. Finding out about their name, where they're from, what's their zodiac sign, what they like to do, what their occupation is, what's their favorite color. Like that stuff gets, I don't know, like it gets me more, you know what I'm saying? Like it gets me like better results with the person than be like, oh yeah, you look so good, come to da. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so my honest suggestion to you Pisces is that's probably what you're asking people. And a lot of people are just not really ready for it because they're so accustomed to hearing, oh, you so fine, and something quick and fast and immediate, you know what I'm saying? That they not really like the art of like conversation. Like, this is why I keep telling you, Pisces, like, that's what makes y'all different. The art of conversation is being lost nowadays. Like, people don't, you start asking people about what's their name, what's their zodiac sign, and where they from. People will look at you like you're an alien. People will look at you like you're a UFO or unidentified. They're gonna look at you like, yo, like, who is this? Like, that sets you apart. Like, who is this Pisces? Because the Four of Cups the Four of Raphael and the Page of Raphael, they not accustomed to that. They not accustomed to you, Pisces, asking these types of questions. And so because there is no real like defense against these types of questions, number one, because there is no defense. Eventually you're going to learn, right? You're going to find out anyway when they start to drop their guard and show you they full of it. And then number two, they're willing to tell you the information willingly, because of the fact that like a lot of people don't ask these types of questions. They just kind of make statements, and like a lot of people don't want to be a lot of people don't want to be like, oh, you look good, come to this, come to that. Like, a lot of people really want another person to really care about their disposition. And the mere fact that you Pisces doing that, that's another reason too why a person is going to tell you the truth. Even if they're a terrible catch, terrible mix for you, they'll tell you that because they're giving you the option to kind of like as a grace, as like a gift, to kind of like let you know I'm a terrible pick, but I'm kind of warning you before you get into this as a you care about me enough to actually ask me about who I am. I ain't got to hear the, oh, you look good. Let me go ahead and actually tell you something for real about me type of thing, as kind of like a gift so that you don't waste your time, is what I find. Now, again, I could be tripping. I don't know. I could be tripping. I don't know. Could be tripping. I don't know. I could be losing my mind. I could be tripping. I could not be knowing what I'm talking about. You never know. But I see that that's what it is, though. So let me know what y'all think, Pisces. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. Overall, this is a very good reading, right? It's just that you Pisces, y'all are getting better and better at socializing. And people are just basically readily telling you what you want to know. And that's kind of the reason why you're staying away from a lot of people, because they telling you that they are a bad catch. They telling it to you. They volunteering the information. They telling you they are in the game. They telling you this. So you Pisces are like, oh, I'm going to just stay away from you. And they're like, okay, good thing. Kind of like a little courtesy, so you ain't got to get mixed in with them. But we at 20,420. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website where you can get a personal reading from me, where it says 4 private readings. Or you can contact me at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com.